someone say, pins? Hey! You made it. Well, let's sprinkle a little pixie dust and get this stream rolling. From the land of crab cakes and purple pride, left Maryland behind for that castle ride. Now he's baking up joy in the Florida sun, with a sprinkle of faith and a whole lot of fun. Or he's the Disney baker making hearts rise high, with a pin in his hand and a sparkle in his eye. From Main Street smiles to magical streams, he's stirring up Disney and chasing big dreams. Called peace, love, and a pixie dust hug. Now, if you're feeling low, come and get unplugged. Let the laughter rise and the worries fall down. We're trading some pins and turning things around. He's got Mickey on the mic and pins to share, and friends by his side with love in the air. You never know who's gonna drop by the stream, but we're rolling with magic. Team Dream Team. Y'all, this one glows in the dark, but I might need just one more churro. Hey, have you hugged a cast member today? On the hard days when the smile's a little late, he's lifting hearts up with a little bit of faith. Encouraging words and laughter that stays like a hug wrapped in cinnamon glaze. Oh, he's the Disney baker with a heart so wide, we're spreading joy coast to coast like a magic carpet ride. From Epcot nights to pinboard thrills, he's chasing dreams through castle-filled hills. Oh, peace, love, and a pixie dust hug. Till we meet in person, you're never unplugged. So wave goodbye with a smile and a wow, 'cause the baker's magic is here and now.
TTF and ta-ta for now. Peace, love, and pixie dust hugs.
Pixie dust, well,
We'll have to do until we meet in person.
the fun starts in 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Boom. It's not magic. I am on your screen. Hello, everyone, and welcome in. This is Chris, the Disney Baker. Welcome into the Pin Layer. Oh my gosh, we have so many people in chat already and so many people here. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, Pete McDevitt Show, for sending everybody over after his Triple C's interview. Thank you so much. And thanks, everyone, for being here. And let's start it off after a little drink. Hello, Debbie Burfield, and all my mods. Thank you so much. And if you don't know what mods are, the mods are the people to keep all my friends to keep this family friendly. And they have a little blue wrench next to their name, and they're in blue. Debbie Burnfield, Tina Marie's Place, Jonathan Chong. Thank you so much for being here. Nanny Pooh Bear, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Hello, Rob, UK Diz Dad. Jason, what's going on, Jason? And Movie Mania Nick's here. Paul Engel here. Paul, I got your message earlier. I haven't responded, but I did respond, actually. Hello, Teresa. Welcome in. Saying hello to everyone. Hello, Jennifer Craig. I heard you said hi to my amazing wife today. Hello, Ross. What's up, Ross and fam? Welcome in. Dave Stragglin, welcome in. And Zippity Doo Doug. Hello, Doug. How are you? And just keep swimming. Disney Fan 1. Hello. Welcome in. Theo Sam Eagle. Hello. Welcome in, Theo. All right. Yes, I did. Excellent. Okay, so welcome in, everybody. So today I spent the morning hanging out with Jennifer Caruso, and we were in Animal Kingdom this morning. She had a really, really good stream. She had a lot of fun, a lot of people. I think we almost got her to 500 likes today, which was fantastic. So that was a lot of fun. And I got to see something new today at Animal Kingdom. I don't remember the name of it, but I know I'm gonna do a stream of it. because it was a new part of Animal Kingdom that I've never seen all the years I've been to Animal Kingdom, and I've never seen it, and it was just so amazingly cool. And the temperature was nicer too this morning, but it did get warmer in the afternoon. So, and I've got Mickey over my shoulder here. We have some new pins to share. There's some things I just kind of wanted to talk about. Vanta Crew, what's going on? Welcome in. Hello, it's me, David T. Hello, humans. And there's Igor. I know who you are now. Welcome in. So I was hanging out with somebody one day this week, and we were over in the queue line for Haunted Mansion. And if you've ever been in the queue line for Haunted Mansion, it goes right by the rivers of America, and you can look over and you can see Tom Sawyer Island, but not anymore. So that whole long queue line that leads all the way up to Haunted Mansion, now they've erected wood panels all the way along there. And it's not so much they erected these wooden panels as much as it constricts the airflow. I don't know if I talked about this last week. Maybe I did. But let me tell you something. There's no airflow there now. I mean, absolutely none. So if I talked about this last week, sorry, I'm repeating myself. But I thought about that today when I was looking at some of this stuff today. Let me share this. I just wanted some stuff to talk about. And I'm like, oh, I like this. This is some good information. So this is where the Lily Bell is. And if you don't know where this is, it's behind Magic Kingdom, way, way back. And if we go to a different picture, let me see what you guys are seeing. Okay, yeah, you're seeing this. And then if I go back to this, I can't see you guys. So let me put this over here on this side and make that bigger. So when I'm going like that, you still can't see my cursor. It doesn't transfer my cursor over. All right, so what you see is the staging area now where they have the Lily Bell. And they have the 4 rafts right there. The river rafts that went over to Tom Sawyer Island. And it's just very interesting how they got it there. There's another picture that's far away. Here's a better picture of where it was staged. So you see Thunder Mountain, and you see the bridge right at the base of Thunder Mountain. Okay, so that bridge turns 180 degrees. Yeah, 180 degrees, and then they were able to get the Lily Bell through and the rafts through. And then they moved. This is again just a different angle. And then what they did is they moved them forward. This bridge goes up. I know this backstage area. I've been back here before. General public can't get back there. You have to have a badge. And then they moved it past that bridge forward into this now staging area, is which they have it sitting. And then we go to this picture, and if you look to the top of this picture to the right, you can see it. You can see the Lily Bell sitting there. Okay, and she's just sitting there. Now there's a road that's to the left of that. You see all this new dirt being moved around and shuffled around. It's a lot. That's pretty big. And past this road, you see this service road here. There's more on the other side of that too. That's all part of what's going to be Villains Land back there. So it's very big. It's pretty huge, and that's why I wanted to talk about the walls going up, because they're hiding. They don't want you to see the magic. They don't want you to see what they're doing and how they're building things. And I get that. It's, it's all part of the magic. Let me see if I can go back here. Now, and then I'm going to give credit to WDW News Today for this because they did hard work, and I just wanted to share that. And that was all for them. And then this. Which one are you seeing? Okay, so I still have this up. So let me change what you're seeing. Stop sharing. There we go. And now we see my mug. And then we'll go back to sharing. And we're going to share a screen. And we're going to share the screen. And there's a lot of things to see on this screen. Okay, so everybody knows about this amazing parade, Starlight Parade, which is just fantastic. And then there was, I like this picture. This is all courtesy from Mice Chat. And really good photos, just some what they're gonna make over there. But what I did like, I'm gonna scroll through these pictures. Sorry, I'm scrolling so fast. If you haven't seen this parade, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just scrolling through because they were talking about Test Track. So when I went Tuesday to Test Track, yeah, that wasn't happening. The line, it was just 90 minutes by the time I got there. I was actually adopted by a family and went in with them for early entry, and the line was still long. So I took advantage of going and getting some pins, and we're going to do some pin openings. I love the entryway. I think the entryway is cool, but the only part with the entryway is it's not shaded enough. This had a zigzag going all the way past it from underneath the big circle there, all the way past this entry. It was zigzag in the sun for the Tuesday opening day for this. And I did not push Cupcake into the sun for that because she just would have melted down. So Cupcake is my phone. I named my phone Cupcake because she's sweet and has icing on her, and she doesn't like her icing to be melted. So, but I went back later on after I stopped my stream, and I was sitting with a friend of mine, and we were in this queue, and there was no one here. So I went around and took a bunch of video in there because there was nobody in because it was pouring down raining outside and lightning by the time I wanted to go ride, and then they shut it down, and then I left for the day. But I haven't gotten to these parts of the queues yet. But I heard they're pretty cool. So we're looking forward to that. So I still have not watched any of the videos out there for Test Track, only because I want to be surprised when I do ride it. So let's go back. Let's go to stop sharing. And then we're just going to go back to me and bring me back to the center. I can bring... Why won't it let me move me? Oh, well, this stinks. Let's close that. Let's close that. Let's close that. Now maybe it'll let me bring... Why? Okay. I can't move myself. I can't move myself off my monitor. No. I can't move myself from one monitor to another, Katie. Let me see if I can do it this way. There we go. We'll do it this way. There we are. Yay. Make me big again. There I am. Tiki Man fan, welcome in. Good to see you. There are, just to let you all know, what's up, Lawrence? Welcome in, Park Rose. There are some very scary storms going across the United States and South Dakota. They've had tornadoes touch down. So please keep those folks in your thoughts and your prayers with those storms going across. Tiki Man fan. Hello. Dave's Disney Dream. Dave's coming to town. Kind of like Santa's coming to town. Dave is coming to town, and we're going to hang out at Epcot and Hollywood Studios. And we're going to have dinner, and we're going to go see Fantasmic together. Dave's going to ride Test Track. Hello, Julie McCowan. How are you? And Julie, you were gifted a membership the other night when I popped in. Yellow Cupcake sounds good right now. Yes. Jeff Condon, hello, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Mark Langenkamp, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the supporters of the channel. I really appreciate you guys. All my members, thank you so much. All my moderators and everyone in chat. Just appreciate you supporting the channel, being here, and just talking fun. So what I did say earlier was that I did buy some pins, and there's a new lanyard out. It's been out for a little bit, but they ran out and they just got some back. So I picked one up. It's a 25th anniversary lanyard, and it is reversible. And it's got a pretty cool design on it. Similar, if you haven't seen the new pin trading, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. The new pin trading shirt. I will, what I'll do is maybe I'll wear that next week. I didn't wear it this week, but this lanyard matches that shirt. And there's a baseball spirit jersey for the 25th anniversary for pin traders. And it's cool because it has pin traders. I put it on Instagram as pin traders, trading pins down the side, but left the whole front open. So when you wear your lanyard, you're not covering anything up because you have all your pins there. So I got this, and I make lanyards a little. I display pins on lanyards. You can see some right behind me hanging on the wall. So I do them up a little bit different. I utilize the half circle metal pieces here, and then I literally just straighten them out, and I put my pins on them, and then I put a little fixture here and then hang them from the wall. And that way you can hang them from the wall. And then if you ever want to take it down, you can take it down and reuse it as a pin lanyard like that. But most of mine that I've mounted behind me, what's this say? I have watched your whatnot streams and I have it. Exactly. Yes. It's good. It's good not to be by the parks sometimes, but most of my pins that I got as a guest living in Maryland. So, but I appreciate that, Ross. But most of my lanyards that I do have, I have one right here. It's my Mickey one right there. I can't wear it because what I did is I literally took a razor blade, cut the stitching, cut the Velcro out, straightened it out, put a loop in it, a metal loop. And yeah, let me show you what I'm talking about. I just so happen to have some here at my feet. And I have quite a few of them because I'm still building them. And so this one's not finished, but this was started. This is a Haunted Mansion. This was a Haunted Mansion lanyard. Okay. And what I did is it had a big loop on the end of it, which I can show you. It's on this red, white, and blue Mickey one. It had a big loop at one end and it had Velcro. So all I did was I took the Velcro piece off. You can still see the stitching on this. Okay. You just take a razor blade across it nice and slow and cut the stitching. I'll throw that right in the trash here. And then what I did is I would take the loop like I did with this one. I'll just take this end, loop it over with, this is a large loop, but I have smaller ones. And then I would hot glue that across. Okay. So now that can hang on the wall. I'll put another loop a smaller loop here, and then hang a lanyard charm from that loop so it makes it taut while your pins are on it, like that, and it makes it taut, and you position your pins on here, and then you can just hang that in your room. And I've got, I think, six or seven there. I've got 3 hanging here, and I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this bag that I'm currently making. This one's a Pirates of the Caribbean that I've currently started. Yep. So this is a Pirates of the Caribbean 2-sided one. I'm working on that one. And then that will be folded over like that and hot glued, depending on what side I want in the front. And then here is another Pirates of the Caribbean one I have. These are the 2-inch wide lanyards. They don't sell too many of these anymore, but I got a bunch of them when they did. I have a Jack Skeleton in here. I have a Goofy in here. Here's my Jack Skeleton, which I'm still currently working on. You see this stitching is still there with the Velcro, but it's Jack Skeleton on both sides, and it's 2-sided. Just another way to display that I have found using Disney merchandise to display my pins, just trying to be as creative as possible. If you're interested in me making one of these for you, let me know. You send me a comment here or send me a comment on Instagram and say, hey, I'd like one of you make. You could use the lanyard charm to rejoin the 2 loops if you wanted to wear it in the future. You could, but what I do from mine, I just go ahead and just take the Velcro out because I knew I was going to use all of these for display, but you most definitely could. Yep, you could just open it up and leave it there like it was on that one Pirates, and just add another loop to it, and that would definitely work. Yep, you could do that. I have a Villains one here that I was working on. I really like this Villains one. This is a really cool lanyard. It's just really cool, and it says Villains, Disney Villains, and this is years old. I can't tell you how this is years old, and I just started working on that, and I'll probably put one of these Villains Bad Girls pins on there, and I have a Villains Bad Boys pin on there, so that'll probably go on here when it's finished. Villains are very, very popular now, but that's pretty much it. I have one for Avatar that I'm making for my Avatar pins, because early on Avatar did not trade pins. They sold pins, but in the land of Avatar they did not trade pins, which now they are. But with that being said, we were talking about new pins. I did trade some pins in the park today. We traded a bunch of pins today. We traded for this little Stitch. He's so sad. He's a hidden Mickey. We traded for him. The Marie hat was last week. And there was some new Star Wars pins out today. This is a chip lock. And I think Doug collects these. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Had fun with Jennifer today. And we were hydrating together, trying to keep Dole Whip Dave, welcome in. Trying to keep nice and cool. Chris, Addie Family Adventures, welcome in. Thanks for being here. It did get quite toasty at the park, but it is Florida. So what do you expect? Hello, Mandy Mary, welcome in. I saw this one literally from like 20 feet away, And I was like, well, I got to trade that. It's a brand new Queen of Hearts. I don't know what it is, why it's that shape, but it's a brand new pin. It's got the little crystal Mickey on the back. And I have a t-shirt of this one with Mickey with a headset. So I saw that and I'm like, I don't have that. So I traded for that. My t-shirt looks just like that. And I saw this one and I'm like, that's unique. Look at that. And I had no idea how old it was. But let me look here. This is a 2012. And this is a legit pin. So somebody took that off of mom or dad's lanyard or grandma's lanyard and brought it to the park and traded today. And it's got a hidden Mickey flag, and I love it. That is such a cool Space Mountain. Yeah, definitely. I love that outfit. And then I saw this one. Gold catches my eye when I'm into parks. This little Simba. What are they called? Zoom Zooms. And this is from, excuse me, this is from 2016. And it's got a special mark on it. Something Florida. It's a limited edition 2000. And it's a pretty old pin. But that's what the back of it looks like. It's got a different crest on the right hand side. Oh, I traded it at Regina. I was with Jennifer Caruso today, and when she wasn't looking, I would run over and trade a pin. So I was trading pins at Animal Kingdom today. So I came up with some nice trades. And then I traded for a whole bunch of new Star Wars pins. These must be mystery bags. So I traded for that. And I traded for that. I don't collect Star Wars pins, but a lot of people do. And I'm like, what the heck? And I'll have to do my research on them and find out what they are. And these are all droids. They were on a couple boards today. So it may be a new series that came out. All right. And that's all I traded for today. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pins I traded Jennifer. And Jennifer went and on the safari again. And I went pin trading. And then she went over and saw the Festival of the Lion King. Okay, so Regina, this is okay. So what I say, I got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 pins. I traded for 11 pins. I know where a lot of the pins boards are. I know how to just kind of seek them out just from years and years of pin trading. There are more boards out now that have been out in a long time. Not as many cast members trading personal pins on themselves with lanyards or little side packs, but I do look for like supervisors or trainers or coordinators that are straight closed dress, not a costume, for a special area, and I like trading with them. But I do a lot of the blue tents, the guest services, guest assistants. I'll just kind of do what I call drive-bys, and I just kind of just glance at the board as I'm walking by. And because I have so many pins, I can glance and see if there's a pin there that I haven't seen, or like a couple of these today that I hadn't seen. So I just kind of turn around, go back and trade. Hey, I got the, oh my God, 5 times. Pretty depressing. Oh, well, that's not good, Mark. You know what to do with that. See if you can take it back and exchange it in. My Mickey's behind me. It's just weird that I have to talk into his buttons on his pants for him to work. So that's just weird. Oh, hey, R. Johns, welcome in. Um, I could write a book about pin trading, and you know what? And I was thinking tonight, what the basis is, and everybody knows I trade pins. Everybody knows that I bake. I could literally talk all day about trading pins and showing pins and understanding what pin trading is, what pin trading was back when I started pin trading. That's exactly what it was. It was getting to know the cast members. It was seeing something on a board that made you smile. That sparked a memory of maybe a ride or a resort or popcorn or there's just thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of pins. And when I say that, I don't say that like there's hundreds and thousands of pins, individual pins. There's got to be over 100,000, if not more. The 2 catalogs that were made years ago just touch of how many pins are out there. So, and it continues. There's new pins that come out. A new series came out today. A young lady was showing me. I don't collect them. I don't do the big packs. They're $45 for a pack of 5 pins. A new series came out today, and she goes, "Would you like to start?" I said, "No, I can't start anything new today." I said, "But thank you. I appreciate it. It was really nice that she offered that." Monarch Miracles, welcome in. Hello. But the other pins that I do want to show you tonight are the ones that I have been collecting. The 25th anniversary set, not to get you confused with any of the other pins that are on here. I normally don't collect sets, okay? But because this was the 25th anniversary set, pay no attention to Walt's Planes. I just finished that set with help from our Ohana Journey. Amy helped me finish that set. And I'll just show you. So there's pins here. These are Walt's Planes. So I just completed that set. This is from a couple years back, but this is the new 25th anniversary pin sets, starting here, going from here to here. Okay. And I sold one of these the other night to somebody that needed, well, we didn't sell. We basically made a really, really good trade. Better probably on their part than my part. But that's okay. I need one more. I need the chaser for here, which is Minnie and Mickey. This is the chaser for here. This is Jeannie. I need the chaser for here, the Christmas Donald. So this one chaser I need here, 2 chasers I need here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a chaser here that I need. So that's 3. 2 here. There's 2 headband chasers. 1, 2. So that's 4, 5. And then there's a chaser here. 6. And that's, oh my gosh, who was that? I forget who that was. But so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Figment is the chaser here. So I need 6 to finish this set. Okay. So what did I do? I bought a couple packs of pins and I said, I'll open them on tonight's stream. So here's what they look like. These are the Mystery Pouch Castle series. Did someone say pins? Dun, dun, right. So here's what they look like. And this is still series 1. Okay. But it's what they call wave 2. The first wave came out and then we didn't have anything for a month and a half. And then they just start coming back out again. So let's open some. This is fun. And they come in little black pouches. we'll set that there. They come in little black pouches like this. All right. So I have my handy dandy scissors here. So we'll open up and see what this one is. This is Stitch's ears. And wait a minute. Is that an extra one? No. I'm sorry. I have Stitch's ears. They're right there. Stitch's ears. So that's an extra. I say extra. That's a trader now. I can trade up. I can take my traders, these traders, to the parks. And what is a chaser? Good question. Let me show you. So when the sets come out, such as these, okay, they come with a certain number amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pins are usually in a set with a chaser, which makes it number 6. So the chaser is the most sought after pin. Okay. So there's Figment is the chaser for here. There's a chaser and then a super chaser that go with the ears for this set. And there's a chaser that goes with the castle set because there's 5 plus the chaser, and then 5 plus the chaser here, which is Minnie and Mickey, and then the 5 Donalds, which are Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, 4th of July, Halloween, and then the last one is Christmas. So a chaser completes your set. When they make the sets up, they make them with chasers that completes the set. So what did I just do with that one? Okay, this is a Candy Apple Castle. And I have that one. We really want fingers crossed for the Super Chaser ears and the Chaser ears. Everybody wants those, but I want them just to complete my set. And going back to what I was talking about, pin trading was pin trading when it was a lot of fun, but now it's gone to really, really intense collectors. And there's another Candy Apple, Minnie and Mickey Candy Apple. So that's 2 of those that I got. So collectors have really gotten in on this, which makes it very lucrative for the Walt Disney World Company. Chasers are limited quantity. Yes. Yes. You could say that. Chasers are limited quantity. And that's the headband chaser, which I know I have. No, I don't have that. So now I do. Whoa. Okay. So that is the chaser to the headbands, the ears, Mickey ears. So I had these. Okay. And now I have this one, which was the chaser. Now I need the super chaser, which has castle and fireworks on the ears. Woohoo. So 1 down. So that was exciting. I think you all were more excited than I was. R. Johns, do you help Donna with this? Because I know she collects. And I will be going live on Whatnot. I did not go live on Whatnot last week with pin frames, but I will be going live on Whatnot this week with pin frames. We're going to start the show with pin frames, then we're going to do some pins, and then we're going to end the show in pin frames. This is the Haunted Mansion castle. Now, there was a comment, and it's a very good comment, and I'm going to bring it up in conversation today. 1 second. Okay. So, the pins that came out first, we called them Wave A. Okay. And this was the Haunted Mansion. And you can look at it. Notice how when I tilt it, you can see that it's smooth. It's super smooth, right? This is the one that I just opened. But when I tilt it, can you see how it's different? it's raised. It's raised a little bit, but it's definitely not a scrapper. This just, they made it different. It's not as smooth. The patterns are not consistent, which makes it even better. Okay. But if you notice, and I tilt them, see how this one is smooth and this one's, it just has a raise. You can feel it. You can actually, it's embossed. You can feel it. So very interesting. I don't think that's going to come into play later, but it was a conversation on a pin forum that I was in earlier today. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, I have to clear some of this debris off of my computer. And then we have 2 more packs to open. All right. So we have, we forgot this one. Heavy lightning here. I may lose power. Okay, Katie Wyatt. Keep your phone nearby. I'll call you after the stream. Pirate Red. I have Pirate Red. We're going to open up pack number 4. Katie and I were watching. She sent me a link to a storm chaser, and they were actually chasing that storm. I have Hades, and these are all hidden Mickeys, by the way, which makes them very tradable. Everybody likes trading hidden Mickeys. And this is the chaser I needed. Look at that. Mickey and Minnie. Woohoo! That's 2 chasers down. Yes. All right. So I got the ear chaser. And I got the Disney D. Now that set now is complete all the way across. So this one's complete. This one's complete. This one's complete, but without the super chaser. And then I need the chaser here and Figment chaser there. All right. So let's set this trash under here. And we have 1 pack to open yet. Maybe this is the one. Woohoo night. Yes, I agree, Theo. All right. Okay, so I'll get you all involved. Okay, so we have 2 left right here. We want to open the one on your left or the one on your right first. I'll let you guys decide. Nobody? It doesn't matter? Okay. Left. All right, left it is. All right, left side. Here we go. Left. Is that your left? I hope that's your left. 2 lefts to 1 right. And ooh, it is the treat ears. It is the treat ears. I have that one. Treat ears. Okay, we have 1 left. That's your right. That's our right. Okay, well, I was backwards. Okay, well, here we go. I'm going to turn it to you guys first so you'll see it first. Oh, it's the party castle. The party balloons. And I have that, right? Yes, I have the party balloons. Okay, well, I now still need the Figment, Super Chaser, and the Castle Chaser. Okay, so that's 3. Now, what I do is these pins will now go in my book. And this is the book I take to the parks. I take this book to the parks and I trade pins. And these are my pin traders. And that one plane that I had, that extra Minnie Mouse plane, that needs to go up in here. And then these are my chaser pins that I take to the park. And then those that I just got, I can put on, where's my little wheel? So I was at a pin trading event and I won a pin. And serious question. Have you had your collection appraised? Oh my goodness. To my right, out of your view, is I'm going to say it's 1960s oak frame. It's very decadent. It's very ornate. That I gold leafed the specialties on it, and I have a majority of my limited edition pins on it. So the problem with having them appraised is the pin fluctuation from, and I will tell you this as a fact, from 8 months ago or 6 months ago till now has changed dramatically. Since the 25th anniversary pins came out, it has born a new. It's just how do you say it? A new life to pin trading, like it was before, maybe 5 years before COVID. It's everyone is trading. Everyone is trading. Do I have to buy them blind? Those, yes, those only come blind, unless you can find them on trading boards, pin trading boards. I've gotten a couple off the pin trading boards. So what I'll do now is this. You can buy these now at Disney, at the Walt Disney World Company. So what I'll do is I'll take a bunch of these, and I carry a sling over my shoulder. And then what I'll do is I'll just take these, and these will be my traders. So I'll put them on here like this, and I'll just slide it in my sling. And also, Pro Pin Plus Pinfolio. You can go online and you can Google that. Pin, Pinfolio. Okay. GoPinPro.com, which is local here, a company local here in Orlando. It's a family-run company. I've dealt with them already with a private collection that they purchased from me. They sell these little ones. And the cool part is you have that one in there. The reason I have Olaf in here is when I go see Olaf over at Hollywood Studios next week, I'm going to go do a meet and greet and give him that one. I can show you what that looks like if you haven't seen that pin. And I have the pin back. That's what's flipping and flopping around in there. Hey, Jordan, what's going on? Good to see you. And then when you open it up, it's Olaf on his float. And then it's got like a mirror right there. So, and I had 2 of these, and I'm going to go meet Olaf and give him that one. I met another Olaf a couple weeks ago and gave him the autograph book that has Olaf's picture on it, and gave that to him. I just like doing that because, cast members work hard and they like to be appreciated. And then there's 2 sides in here that you can also put your pins, and then throw that in your bag. So whichever one you want to carry, it's, personal preference. I might load this one up instead of loading this one up. But this one is pretty cool because I can load this one up on this side and this side. So I can do both sides. And they do not come off. PinPro, whoever talked to Disney about making these, they came out after PinPro Plus. PinPro Plus was first. And they go in pretty easy. So you can put pins on both sides of that. And then slip it right in. And they're not going to fall off. You really have to reach in. And they actually have a little tool now for these because they go in so hard. Some pins have 2 prongs. Some pins have 1. And then just throw that in your purse or your lounge fly bag. And that's, that's me in a nutshell when it comes to trading. But going back to talking about having that pin board appraised, the board itself is an old picture frame that I repurposed into a pin board, and it's the largest pin board I have on my wall. I can get a measurement. The frame itself is 30 by 26. And the area in which you can put pins on it is 25 inches by 20. It's my limited editions. Not all my limited editions, but a bunch of my limited editions. I mean, you again, you would have to go into PinPix, look at what they sold for. There's so many different revenues in which you can go. You can Google search, you can Macquarie search, you can eBay search. Those are going to tell you how they were sold. There's 1 or 2 sites that a lot of the pin traders use when we go to pin shows that they use for their pins. I honestly, if a pin is on eBay for $150, just go to the left and click sold, what it was sold at. Those pins last time, they may have sold for $65, $75. It's just that one seller is putting that much on that one pin. And let's do that. Let's have some fun with that real quick. Let's use the phone. And one of the pins that I showed last week was Tin Toy. This is I like this pin. It's really cute. I'd never seen it before. And if I go to my Google search bar on top of my phone and I click this little square to the right, Google search. If you all know how to do that, that's cool. And then focus in on that picture and then take a picture. And then it's going to do a search, and then it's going to generate what it is. And it tells you the image shows a Disney pin featuring Tiny from the Pixar short film Tin Toy. This is part of a 2020 hidden Disney Pixar short set exclusive to Disneyland Resort. Didn't know that. It's a hidden Mickey pin, but instead of the traditional Mickey symbol, it features the Luxo ball, a common Pixar icon. The pin depicts Tiny, the one-man band, in his band uniform. These pins were originally available through trading with cast members and later sold in mystery pouches at Disneyland. So another question somebody asked about, can you get these pins individually? Hidden Mickeys used to only be traded by cast members. Then they thought of the hidden or the mystery bags. So now they're mystery bags. So that's how you get them. And then it's going to start showing you pictures of the pin and prices So I'm going to click on this one. It says $8, eBay, visit. And currently it's going between $7.90 and $8.95. Okay, if I back up one time and I go to another eBay sale, it's selling for $10, $9.95. So we're in between $7.50 and $10. So a pin like that would probably start in the $5 range on like a whatnot. I could start it on a $10 range, put it on a $10 board. Maybe it would go, maybe it wouldn't, because shipping is, I believe shipping's $3.75, $3, $3.75, $3.60. So that's another way that people like to search for how much their pins cost. Now, I have this pin, and I know it's Daisy Duck, but she's dressed as a Star Wars figure. So I looked it up, and it says Star Wars Gala, Disneyland Gala. It's a Disneyland pin. Disney Aurora Sing Phantom Menace. And that pin's currently selling for $28.45 for and $8.15 for shipping. So take half that shipping off, add it to the 28, so that pin's about $32. So on a normal, what would I price that pin at? $30. 25. I'd start it on a $25 board on like whatnot, because it's a trader. It's just traded at the parks. Then you're going to come across, pins like this. Old Splash Mountain pins that'll start at, you could see that this pin as high as $75. You could see it as low as $35. A pin that you won't see is, this is a old Disney lapel pin that was given by executives. It has the old tie tack clips on it. It has the description down here at the bottom. And it's worn. It says Disney, but whatever was under it has been worn, because this is a very old pin. Ross, I use Google image search when oh my gosh, yes, Julie, I do too. And my Sunny Eclipse 30th anniversary limited edition has tripled in value. Yes, exactly. I was surprised there are Loungefly pins. Yes, there are Loungefly pins. Yes, there are. Tripled in value. Let's talk about that for a second. Let me see if I can reach back over here and grab a pin off my table. Where did I put that? Okay. Now there's a person in chat. Okay. Let's just talk about this pin right here. And there's a person in chat who I won't bring up who knows this pin well. Okay. And you all probably already know who it is by now. All right. So when I saw this pin on Tuesday, I picked it up, and I picked up 2 of them because I knew someone in this chat. Hello, 100 Acre Wood. Welcome in. I knew someone in this chat would love this pin, and it's already in the mail on the way to him. And now what I'm going to do is going to probably blow all your minds. These are called Dining with Disney. R. Johns probably knows these well, because I think Donna has quite a few of these, and Sam has quite a few of these. But here's something I want to bring to your attention. Look in the top corner at those numbers. Can you read those numbers if I can hold that still enough? Let me read these numbers out to you. And this got my attention the other day, and I was just blasted. 0 1 0 0 1 1 9 7 1. Okay, I'll do it again, but I'm going to read it this way. The first 0 is a catalog 0, so it doesn't mean anything. The next number is 10. The next two numbers are 0 1, and the next four numbers are 1971. October 1st, 1971. Now, I don't know if anyone else has caught that. Again, this is the first one of these pins that I have, and above that, it has a Disney D, and it says 2025, and it's faded. But this is definitely a very cool pin. And I'm going to do a Google. I want to do a Google search on that. Let's do a Google search on this pin. And I wouldn't be surprised. This is a limited edition 2025 Walt Disney World Dining with Disney feature pin. Regal Eagle Smokehouse, a quick service restaurant at Epcot's American Adventure Pavilion. Limited edition. It's part of a series celebrating 25 years of Disney pins and has a limited edition size of 2,500. Design. The pin resembles the Regal Eagle Smokehouse sign featuring Sam Eagle in the center, designed like an American seal. Series. This is the 7th release in the 2025 Disney with Disney monthly pin series, available exclusively at Walt Disney World. It was released July 2025 and can be found at Walt Disney World shops. I'll make a comment about this. No, it can't. It's sold out. This pin is gone. This says it's in stock on eBay, and it's also in stock on a Facebook account. eBay was $100. It's currently sold on this Facebook account, sold out, and it's sold for $65. So with that being said, I just, again, collections are like record collections, like shoe collections, like Loungefly collections. They're worth what they're worth to you when it comes down to it. You know, I know right off the bat, and I can show you this because this is what it says. It says $100. It's selling for on eBay. But again, it's like any other collection. It's worth what it's worth to you. I got a couple pins that I'd never get rid of. My mini pin sitting at Walt's desk with a picture of Mickey. I'll never get rid of that because I traded that with Holland Hayes, Scoop Sanderson on Main Street. My very first pin trade. Everybody's been talking about everything that's happening over at Hollywood Studios, how they're going to take down now the Hollywood Studio crest down going into the launch bay. But they're all excited because they said they're bringing the Sorcerer Hat back. They're not bringing the Sorcerer Hat back. They're bringing a mock-up of what the Sorcerer Hat kind of looked like. The original Sorcerer Hat that was at MGM Studios, Hollywood Studios, had ears on it, and it had gold like lace going around it, had lights in it, and it had Mickey's hand up on one of the ears. That hat's gone. They used the guts of that hat at Disneyland Paris. So that hat's gone. They're not bringing the original Sorcerer Hat back to the animation area. I'm glad they're making that back into the animation area because that's what it should be. But they're not bringing that back. this was my first trade under my very first pin trade under that hat. And this is right up here. That is a filament, a light filament. So when you open the door, that little light comes on and then it closes, and it takes batteries. And this, if I'm not mistaken, this is 2002. 2002. And I traded this in 2004. So again, I'll never trade that. But then I come across pins like this. And when I see Jeanette, I'll give her that one. You know, I'm holding this one for Paul Engel. This is Paul's. Whenever I see him, I'll give him that one. You know, it's this one that I had no idea where this pin came from. But I found out it was an actual pin that was given to security and to VIP people. And it's thick. It's a thick pin, and there's nothing special about it. It just says Disney on the back. So, you know, and I got one that's got two little tiny surfboards that I thought was really cool. You know, so again, it's worth what it's worth to you. This was my brother's. This was my brother Greg's BB King pin. You know, he loved playing guitar and he loved BB King. You know, that was his. So that's like right up here close. Collect, if you want to collect what makes you smile, what makes you happy. You know, if fedoras make you happy and you want to buy every fedora that's ever made, then do it. I like that, you know. It's just what I like to do. I got caught up in it. It's been a rabbit hole I've been in for a couple of years now, but I'm slowly depleting. Mickey Dining in pin. If so, I need it. Laugh out loud. I haven't seen that one at all. I would have to go back and look and open up a website just to search for those. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Let's have some fun with that. Let's do, okay, Dining with Disney. Pin series. All right. Limited edition. Oh, so this week, one of the ones that sold out, and I'll bring this picture up. Let me share this with you guys. See if they can do a bigger one. So it was neat because I met some friends in line. Sydney and Julia were there from Pin Pro Plus. They were there with, oh gosh, who were they there with? They were there with somebody else and I forgot. But they were hanging out. They were about 15 people in front of me in line. But let me show you the pins that actually were released Tuesday for that. Boom, here we go. And there they are. So the one on the left was the Star Wars 25th, celebrating 25 years of pin trading. And then the Regal Eagle. And then the Reflections pin that went really fast. So, you know, right place at right time. That's where you got to be. You know, you got to know when they're dropping. They drop every Tuesday, but you don't know where they're dropping from. So this one just made sense because it was, you know, Hollywood Studios. So you had Star Wars, and then you had Regal Eagle, and then you had, I guess Rapunzel kind of doesn't make sense there. That could have dropped it. That could have dropped at Magic Kingdom. So, but yeah. So that was that. So, and again, I still enjoy trading pins. I enjoy pixie dusting pins. I'll pin trade to find a pin that I know somebody else will like, and I'll just hang on to it. Like I said, there's a couple that I have, but it's just, you know, it's a good way to share happiness throughout the Walt Disney properties, if you will. Um, there's a lot going on. There's a lot you can set your mind on. Um, Being hot in line at the Haunted Mansion line with the walls up. Um, or you can go, oh, I can't wait to get inside of the air conditioning and enjoy the sit down ride. So you can look at it different ways. I like it. I like having fun. I like talking to people about pin collecting. But yeah, becomes it's a collector's um, gosh, I won't want to say stampede. But yeah, there are people that are just it's the FOMO. It's fear of missing out. They don't want the FOMO to hit them. So do they? So I didn't see that. Let me look a little deeper into that, Jordan, to see if there is a list. Pin picks. I don't. I think Pizza Rizzo was one. Oh, and yes, Chef Mickey's was one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let me bring this up. It's not very big, but I might be able to click on each one individually. Let me see if I can do that. See if I can get it bigger. Yes. Okay, great. Let's do that. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, let's do this. Let's stop that screen. All right, here we go. Boom. There you go. So there was the first one. Limited edition 2500. It's got the crystal Mickey diamond on it. Okay. And this was the dining ticket, if you will. It came on. It still says, October 1st, 1971 at the top. And then let's go back one. Let's go to the next one. And we have Pizza Rizzo, the city's top rated pizza. Again, limited edition 2500. It's got the crystal diamond Mickey on there. Can you guys see that really good? Let me go back, see what you're seeing. Yeah, you can see that. Good. And this is the card it was on. See, I think the cards, being a collector of sorts of things, cards are really important. So if you wanted to collect all of these pins, I see at the top of that one, looks like somebody put 2 staples through it. Let me look at mine. No, that's just the way it was made. Okay, that's the way it's made. I would use a square pin frame and here's Woody's Roundup Barbecue. That was the next one, 2500, and leave them on the boards. I take the rubber thing off the back, and I would literally just put these on the boards and put them all right next to each other. If I was going to show them, that's just me. And here's the one you were talking about. There it is. That's the one you were talking about, right, Jordan? And this is the card. And this one says 2500. And that's the card that was on. Chef Mickey's. Yeah. Now, for me, I would have loved to have this one. Only because I make magic at the Contemporary, and we make all the desserts for Chef Mickey's. So, but this was way gone before I had a chance to get it. And that's the back. I wonder why they're showing the back of that one. That's interesting. And then if we scroll down, we have Cheshire Cafe, 2500. And they're showing the back of that one too. And then Casey's. I didn't know they had one for Casey's. Look at this. If I would have known that, I would pick this one up for Casey. Casey's Corner of the World. And that's a cool one. So Yeah, I don't make it to the parks all the time when these are being released. And then we have, of course, this one here. And this picture does not do that pin justice. Not at all. But you've seen the pin. So, and that's that. So, I'm glad I could, if I come across it, you bet. If I come across it, Jordan, send me an IG. Make sure we're connected with IG. I am going to a pin show this month. So if I come across one, you just need to let me know what your budget is on that. Happy belated birthday, Fulton. If you go to events on the site, you can post your whatnots. You can. Yes. Pinpicks is a really great site to look how pins were distributed, how old they were, where they came from, and that's real important to know. Know your collection, know albums. The Beatles White Album. My brother had a copy of the Beatles White Album, and it was white vinyl. It was 2 albums. And it was white vinyl, and he must have sold it years back. But there's a white album, 2 white albums, white vinyl, 001. And Ringo Starr owns that. So he got the very first album of the White Album. It's white vinyl. He owns it. So if you were looking for it, that's where it's at. So anyway, I think the new Starlight Parade is fantastic, Fulton. I really do. I did it on its first original premiere night. I streamed it live, so go back and watch that. I'm going to stream it live again next week. I just don't know what day, because I think it's something that you could probably stream once a week if you're local here, and people would definitely watch it. It's a great parade from different vantage points. I'm going to try to get as many different vantage points as possible. There's just so much to see in that parade, and it's so beautiful. So, well, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to everyone. I appreciate all my members. I appreciate all my moderators, everyone in chat, all my Ninja watchers. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Do us a favor. Hit the like button. When this is over, go in to comments and leave me a comment, please. I answer all my comments as fast as I can. Leave me a comment. If you have a suggestion for an upcoming show, I'll take that too. We are going to be live on Whatnot 2 times this week. We're going to start. The first one's going to be pin frames, and then we'll go into pins, and then we'll end with pin frames again. And then we're going to do a Disney merchandise. So look out on Instagram and Facebook for those ads there. I'll try to post one on my information here on YouTube, but look out for that. If you're a new customer on Whatnot, you get a $15 credit. So check into that and get that. And I'll put that link in my Instagram when I put it out there. That way you can check that out. So I appreciate you. And again, please keep everyone in your thoughts and prayers with these storms going across the United States, these tornadoes, South Dakota, storms coming into Minnesota, and around everyone else. Just keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. And again, thank you, everyone. If you're going to be up late tonight, Pete McDevitt, his channel, he's going to have Insomniacs at 10:45 tonight. So check out Pete. Check out Zippity Doo Doug for his coffee break in the morning. I believe that starts at 9 o'clock. Check Doug out and support all your local streamers. There's a lot of us out there. Just pop in, say hi, put us up in your browser if you're cleaning your room or washing dishes, or put us up on the big screen to see what's going on in the community. I am Chris, the Disney Baker, and this is the Pin Layer. And TTFN, ta-ta for now. And peace, love, and pixie dust hugs. And pixie dust hugs will have to do until we meet in person. I am Chris, the Disney Baker. This is the Pin Layer. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. And reach out to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Just say hi. And I don't mean just reach out in a text. Dial the number, let them pick up the phone, and say hi. I haven't talked to you in a while, been thinking about you. How have you been? And then you're going to be on the phone for an hour. Okay? It's good to know everyone. It's good to be here, being able to share what I know about pins, share what I know about baking, which is more coming up in the future, and share what I know about the parks. I am Chris, the Disney Baker, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks, everyone.